Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today I'm in Hua Hin, Thailand, and I'm visiting the Hilton Hotel Resort and Spa. Inside the Hilton lies one of the most popular Chinese restaurants in Hua Hin called White Lotus. White Lotus has one of the most venerable and long-running brunches, the all-you-can-eat Yum Cha Dim Sum Buffet. The restaurant is located on the 17th floor of the hotel with high glass windows, giving you expansive views of the Gulf of Thailand. I'm going to try this buffet and show you what it's like. Okay, here's the menu at the Yum Cha buffet at the Hilton. Now, they provided one menu and also a menu that you tick off the items, how many you want. Now, let's first check out the all-you-can-eat regular menu. You can order these one at a time, soups, rice, and noodles. It's a pretty good selection. You have fried rices, noodles, and wonton soup. Here are some different types of dim sum. Some are steamed, some are fried. And I noticed that there's a chung fun here, rice roll. There's some veggies over here. And here's a nice item, a scallop siu mai, which you don't see much in New York. Next we have the hagao, and then you have the regular siu mai, but this time is beef. That's interesting. And here's some more items. Here's your classic chicken feet. And here's a rice roll, the ha chao. And here's some ta siu bao, which is the barbecue pork buns. Next we have some deep fried items. Here's one that I'm going to get, the turnip cake with garlic and chili, the lo bak go. And here's a whole bunch of items that I'm not that familiar with. And here's two desserts. Okay, we're gonna order from this menu. Basically everything on this menu is going to be on this tick-off sheet. Here's a quick look at the table setting. And here they provide three types of sauces. I think this might be a fish sauce. These are chilies, probably in a vinegar, and this is a chili sauce, I think. So we'll try those later. Hi, this is Arthur again from the Minute Review Show. Today I'm at the Hilton Resort in Hua Hin, and this place is known for a very famous Chinese dim sum buffet, one of the few places in Hua Hin where you can get dim sum. Now, for about 800 baht, you can get a large selection of dim sum. They provide you with a picture menu and also with this tick-off menu where you would indicate the amount of dim sums that you want per order. Now, I'm going to order a whole bunch of different types of dim sum. Some are pretty eclectic, meaning that there's stuff that you won't find in New York. The dim sums here, you should know that it's going to be different from what you get in New York. In New York, you're going to have like American style dim sum. Things will probably be larger, but in Thailand they have their own regional differences. So I'm going to point out the differences and also tell you what the food is like. I ordered a pot of oolong tea that comes along with the dim sum buffet. They also offered other types of tea. So as you can see, there's a good amount, and there'll be a bottomless tea. First item that came to the table is the wonton soup. They give you a nice small amount. They give you two. You don't want to get too full eating a full bowl of wonton soup. So we're going to give this a try. Okay, the first item I'm going to try is the wonton soup. And this is good. These are definitely the egg wrappers, the yellow type. And let's try this. As you can see, this is fully shrimp, 100% shrimp. And I can taste that the broth has the classic Cantonese broth, just like in the US. Although, the broth, I taste the hint of sweetness. They may put a little sugar in here, but that's all right. The shrimp is nice and snappy, definitely delicious. I like the way they make it. And amazing part of this restaurant is that it's on the 17th floor and it looks out into the Gulf of Thailand. Look how beautiful the view is. Out there in the distance is a famous area called Ko Takiep, which is a place where there's a giant Buddha and lots of wild monkeys. So if you like monkeys, you should go to that mountain right there in the distance. Okay, 2 dishes have come and they're both deep fried. This is the turnip cake, the lobako, and it comes with chili and garlic. That's what it says on the menu. And they give you a nice reasonable portion of 3 pieces. Next you have the fried duck spring roll. And I can see already 2 big pieces of duck. So I can't wait to take a bite of this. Okay, let's try the lobako, the turnip cake. Now there's a nice reasonable piece, as you can see. This is very nice. It's not too powdery. There's plenty of turnip in there, but it's all grounded up, so there's no discernible pieces, but it is good. I also feel some heat. That chili is really hot. Not super hot, but hot. And I love garlic. Strong garlic flavor. Now, let's move on to the duck spring roll. Now this is something that you don't get in New York, or you probably have to find, look really hard to get this. So let's give this a try. I have 2 giant pieces of duck in my mouth now. Duck is so tender. And when I look into this, there aren't too many vegetables in here. Maybe there's some carrot, maybe some bamboo shoots, but it's not bad at all. It's delicious. The duck is super savory. Order that. You'll like the change. One thing I have to say about this restaurant, White Lotus, is that the pacing of the dim sum, even though I ordered 8 dishes in the beginning, the pacing of the dim sum is very reasonable. They don't slam your table with 8 dishes all at once. They give you everything in 2s, so it's super reasonable, and I like that. They're very considerate. The next set of dim sums have come. There's 4 of them. One is the traditional hagao, the shrimp dumpling. And then we have something special, a scallop siu mai. Now we have the chicken feet. Looks totally authentic. And here's something that's different. This is a sea bass with black bean sauce. Okay, let's try the next round of dim sum. So I'm gonna start off with the most basic dim sum, which is the hagao. Now this is what the hagao looks like. It's nice and small. It's not gigantic like the ones in the US. This is about 1 inch long. Let's try this. Okay. It's nice and ordinary. One thing that's interesting is that the wrapper is nice and translucent. And it's actually pretty good. I like it, nice and chewy. The next one I'm going to try is something that is a little different. What's different is that it's a scallop siu mai. So here's the quick look at it. And what I can see is that there's a scallop on top. There's some fish roe on top. And there's something in the middle. I don't know what's in the middle. What's in the middle is actually shrimp. It's almost like the shrimp filling in the hagao. It's not bad. The scallop is a nice thin slice, maybe 1/4 inch. But what they said is true. It is a scallop siu mai. Next we're going to try the black bean sauce and sea bass. Now, Chinese people love sea bass, So this is what it looks like. It seems very unctuous. I dipped it in the sauce. Okay. The sauce is not thick. It's not spicy. It's just like a soy-based sauce, and it's very clean tasting. And it is typically Cantonese. This type of dish you can't really find in New York unless you're ordering the whole fish, but this is a nice healthy fish dish. It's steamed and not deep fried. It's very good. Now the next thing I'm going to try is the chicken feet. Now here's one chicken foot. They give you two. It's good that they give you small portions because you want to try everything on that menu. So let's give this a try. Not bad. Now, the ones in New York tend to be nice and savory. There's peanuts and stuff like that, but over here there's no peanuts. And I detect that this is a little sweeter. They may have put some sugar in here, but that's all right because they got the right flavor. About 90% of it is just a tad sweeter than normal. Very good for the first round. The next item we're trying is the roast pork rice roll. Now this is tasiu turang, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to poke it and take a look. Okay, looks like there's plenty of pork in here. It's all diced up, and I'm not sure what the stuff on top is. Could it be garlic? We're going to find out very soon. Okay, I'm going to try the pork rice roll, and they only give you one roll. And here's the serving that I have. I cut off about an inch of this, and they diced up the tasiu, the roast pork. That skin is nice and fresh. Nice and chewy, I love that. Tasiu is as expected. And also, they put these really savory bits on top. They put some garlic on top. And the soy sauce is nice and sweet. It's a little different from the ones in New York. It seems like there's some oil in it that has been cooked in a wok. So it has a nice savory flavor, like a savory oil. It's delicious, it's very different. But if you're used to New York dim sum, I think you'll like this one. The next two dishes have come. One is the deep fried shrimp cake, and the next is the yang chow fried rice, something that we're all very familiar with. Okay, we're gonna try the deep fried shrimp cake. Now, this looks like a fried shrimp. It's shaped like a fried shrimp or a chicken McNugget. So let's see what this tastes like. This is interesting. Has an interesting texture. Super bouncy. The shrimp is all diced up into little bits. Yeah, this is very different. It's almost like a shrimp patty. A shrimp patty with a bunch of stuff that makes it nice and supple. Interesting. The flavor, it's a little salty. I wish it weren't that salty, but it's okay if you like super bouncy texture. The next thing that I'm going to try is the yang chow fried rice, an all-time favorite. They make it at fast food restaurants, and they also make it at really good Cantonese restaurants. So let's see what their version is like. I can tell you immediately that it has a very humble flavor. Humble meaning that all the flavors are very familiar. Soy sauce, maybe a little oyster sauce. There's bits of shrimp, bits of tasiu, roast pork. There's actually corn in here and a tiny carrot. So Yeah, it's very good. It's very humble. It tastes homemade. And it's not bad. I like it. Two other dim sum have just come. One is the Ha Hin, the shrimp rice roll. And like before, they only give you one, but that's great. And then we have the spicy dumpling. It's a pork dumpling. Okay, let's try the Ha Hin. The Ha Hin was cut into 3 pieces. So this is what it looks like. It looks like there's 2 shrimp that are parallel to each other. And it also has the garlic topping and also some scallions on top, along with the sweet sauce. Wow. That is a giant mouthful of shrimp. It almost overwhelms the rice roll. Rice roll is so thin. The sweet sauce is good. So there's a 1-2 punch in this shrimp rice roll. Super thin skin, giant lump of shrimp in a nice sauce that's super savory with the garlic. It's different from New York, but it's something that you'll enjoy. Get this one. The next item that I'm trying is the pork dumpling with the spicy sauce. Now, this is a red sauce. I don't know if it's chilies, but I'm gonna try it. It's definitely pork. What's interesting about this is that it doesn't have that springy texture that most Chinese restaurants would have. Pork, they'll mix it in with some fat, but this is actually more true to the original flavor of pork. The spicy sauce that it comes with is actually very savory, and it's interesting. I taste a hint of tamarind in there because it has that little sour flavor to it. It actually tastes more Thai than Chinese, but it's good. The wrapper itself is also the egg wrapper, the yellow wrapper. So it looks like a dumpling, it tastes like a dumpling, but definitely very Thai. Okay, the desserts have arrived. We have the lemongrass jelly with fruit. This is it. Looks like a jello. And then we have the mango pudding with bits of mango, some whipped cream. And we're going to give both of these a try. Okay, the first dessert that we're going to try is the jelly, the lemongrass jelly with fruit. Yes, it looks like a jelly. Might be agar. Let's see. No, it's actually regular jelly. It has the aroma of lemongrass. It's nice and fragrant, not too strong, which is good. I'm eating the fruit. The fruit is totally fresh, freshly cut up fruit into tiny little diced pieces. The lemongrass jelly is not too sweet either, though there's some sweetness. It's very good. A nice, refreshing dessert. Wow. I took a scoop out of the center of the jelly, and it had this white stuff in it. This is the coconut jelly. What a nice surprise. So basically, it's a jelly within a jelly. Now, let's try the mango pudding. Mango pudding has 3 components. So I'm going to eat all 3 at the same time. The whipped cream, the mango pieces, and the pudding. The pudding is excellent. It's super smooth. It tastes like a mango that has been blended. It's absolutely delicious. Let's try some of the mango pieces. It's totally fresh mango, but you know, the pudding is the star of the show. It's just so smooth. It even tastes like there's a little bit of milk in here. Excellent. I highly recommend this. Okay, the meal is over, and what a meal it was. That was a lot of food. Now, what can I say about this? The price of this is about 800 baht, which is about 23 US dollars. I definitely ate more than $23 worth of food. This kind of meal would be unimaginable back in New York, especially for the price. I have to say I'm totally happy with what I got. I got my tea. I got to try maybe 12 to 13 different types of dim sum. And I got to enjoy the differences between the dim sum here and the dim sum back at home. If you're visiting Thailand, you're going to get some some of these differences. You have to remember that the lineage of the Chinese in Thailand may be different from the lineage of the Chinese in America. So they're going to have their own little regional differences. So I think we saw some of that in today's meal. As for the Hilton, it's a great hotel. It's one of the best hotels in Hua Hin. And the dining room here, it's on the 17th floor. There's amazing views from every direction. You can see the old port area, the old pier area, and then you can see the area where the Buddha is on Koh Takiet. So basically, if you want a great environment, this is a great place to come. The restaurant is very sophisticated, the music is very calming, and the service is excellent. They always brought my food out in time and in a nice cadence. So for a reasonable price, definitely come here. I enjoyed my food, and I'm sure you would too. Thank you for watching.